Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of The Aftermath. My name is Ian. And this one was a good one this week, guys.
I think what he meant to say was, I am joined by my two cohorts.
I mean, yeah.
No, he didn't mean to say that.
You
We're
guys
not
get-
introduced this time.
You just went right for straight to the...
Yeah.
Woo.
It's a little bit later than we do most of these podcasts, so everyone's a little groggy.
No, I'm just sick.
The
I'm just
grog is
I'm just straight up sick, and it's 2:00 in the morning.
Really?
Oh.
Okay.
So it's just
When did you start not feeling good?
like
When I
2
was
days.
born.
right? No, like, I was gonna say like when the movie started, just to mess with you, but no, like freaking 2 days ago. Like,
Damn, dude.
yeah, like
What are
Well.
your symptoms? Let's do a full diagnosis.
I won't do that because then everyone will just say I have the Rona. Do you not understand? You can't have a classic fever anymore.
Yeah, no.
Whatever.
You can't just be sick.
Oh, also, heck you. And all of my symptoms are all of them.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
How's
Won't last long.
how's everyone's week been treating them? Everything been okay?
Oh, I'm tired.
I mean,
I'm so
yeah.
tired.
I feel like we say that a lot.
that's also because we
this is
record this at
fucking
2:00
true.
in the morning.
You're
No,
right.
no, it's almost not even with how late it is. I've been staying up about this late for the past few weeks.
I mean, yeah, but when I'm not supposed to, it's still hard. I'm on night shift,
Yeah,
but I'm still tired right now.
right.
Also, because I don't feel well, though, I guess. But
Well, we can just chalk this up to a
Mm-hmm.
real
I'm gonna call this one the tired cast.
one's just
tired
bellyache.
cast.
Yeah, this is the part we whinge about a lot. But there is much to whinge about, though. I'm a paramedic now from the last one, and I'm also I redid some
Congrats.
certifications.
Congratulations.
So I basically just did a bunch of,
Conflagrations.
I basically threw a bunch of money at National Registry, and then threw more money at different people, and now I'm big
Here
boy
you
now.
go.
Yeah.
They're
You've
certified.
paid
So
the
now I'm-
price.
Broke, and then of course I came out of my exam and I was like,
But you're
I'm a paramedic. I called my dad and I was like, yo, Dad, good news and bad news. And he said,
Your son
"All
is
right."
gone.
I said,
Now there is only paramedic.
no, I called my dad and I was like, good news
There
and
is
bad
only
news.
medic.
And I was like, good news is paramedic. He said, oh, well, the bad news? Bad news? Paramedic with a flat tire. For some reason, had a flat tire as soon as I walked out. Didn't know why. I was like, okay, thanks, life. So
You
that
gotta take
happened.
the good with the bad.
Yeah, no, I do.
Can't
And then, of
have
course,
everything.
there was no jack in my car either. So, like,
Oh,
I had
yeah.
a spare tire. I had it
Damn.
out, and I was ready to go. And I was like, how am I going to get this thing off the ground? Oh, I don't have one of those in my car. So,
Yeah, you got your cake. You just can't eat it.
yeah, I just didn't have a fork, and I was not going to use my hands.
What am I, a
I-
fucking toddler?
Or my toddler.
I have
Or
one
a
of,
cool kid.
Only babies eat with their hands.
Freaking stupid.
Chips, I use a fork.
If you do that,
I don't know
please,
why
I'm
that
gonna-
made me so uncomfortable,
No,
but I
no.
don't like the
I'm
idea
gonna
of that.
escort you out of this residence. find the new home, Dylan. We're done with this.
Whatever. I don't want to hang out with fucking babies
You're
anyway.
like that. You're like that guy from iCarly who put the tacos on the stick. You're like, I eat chips with a fork, and you somehow don't just break the chip
Oh,
every
you
time.
mean a taco bob?
Yep.
Yeah, sure.
Wow.
Oh man.
Today was one of those days for me where just everything was breaking and nothing wanted to stay
Freaking
fixed.
dude.
The house broken.
No. I just at work.
My
Thank-
house.
Thank
The
the Lord.
work broken.
Thank the Lord. I was at work today, and it just was one of those days where, like,
My arm. Broken.
the computer had shut down.
Broken.
But not only just shut down, but, like, came up with an error message that was like, oh, yeah,
I'm broken.
CPU fan not detected.
Yeah.
And I was like, or,
CPU force reboot.
yeah, it's like
oh,
overheated and all that kind of stuff. I was like, oh, great. So when I called tech support
Neat.
for everything, they were like, yeah, we got to send you a whole new one for that kind of stuff. I'm like,
Oh.
you gotta love it. So we were down a computer for all that kind of stuff. And then in the process of trying to get computer 2 up and running, they're like, how come this isn't working either? The little debit card reader.
Correct.
And I'm like, I don't know.
let's
Since-
find out.
Since the virus has started, we haven't used this till, I don't know, a few months. And
Yeah.
and hey, listen to this. The tech support lady tried to get sassy with me.
Oh, shit.
She was like, so this till hasn't worked in a few months? And I was like, well, no.
Ma'am?
I was like, well, no.
I'm afraid not,
That's-
bitch.
Not what I said,
Hasn't
ma'am.
been a need to use it.
I said, we normally only use register 1 because it's just the most popular one. I use it
Cool
for
kids
number
only.
1.
register 2 just doesn't get used that much because it's just not, we don't need it a whole
number
lot.
second
2.
fiddle.
Heck, number 2.
Second rate.
And I was like, and to be honest, when we came back from the whole virus thing, because our store was shut down for a whole month, We came back. Our lobby hasn't been opened up at all.
Hasn't been busy enough to use it.
Exactly. And again, I'm not going to go out of my way to set up a tool we're not going to use.
Right, of course.
Oh, and also on a side note, shut up.
And I was like,
you.
So when I said that, when she said, how long has this not been functioning? Well, I was like, I don't know the answer to that because we don't use it.
Afraid I can't say.
And she's like, well, this should have been called in the second someone found. I was like, I'm finding out about it right now, ma'am, as we're talking about it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Do you work here?
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, I don't need this right
How about
now.
you come? How about let's trade places? You come do my job.
Yeah, exactly. I'll sit on the phone and be a freaking bitch to somebody else.
It's easy enough for you to do, apparently. How much do they pay you? More than me? Oh, great.
Anyways,
Damn.
enough with the
Fearsome.
enough with that.
Dylan does not like tech support people. Lesson learned.
It's not that I don't like them. It's just that some of them are the most unhelpful people I've ever come across.
Yeah.
You're right.
Like, contradictory to their fucking jobs.
Yeah.
Almost out of spite.
Yes.
I don't think you need to have any qualifications to be tech support. You don't have to actually be supportive or
No.
techie.
You just need to read.
Definitely not.
Yeah. Right. You have to be able to talk on the phone.
Yeah. But anyway, so Register 2 had some issues with it. So they had to, they're going to
It's not
send.
the only thing that had some fucking issues.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Bitter Dylan's bitter. Continue.
So they have a replacement part had to bring for that one and the other one. So it's like we have two computers that aren't working very well. And then something else in the back of house just decided to like stop working because
Explode.
people left it on all night long. Didn't turn it off. And I was just
As
like,
they do.
Great, guys, great.
Oh, this is perfect.
Making my job so easy right now.
I was
Easy as it
trying to
gets.
find a way to fuck everything up, but you guys beat me to it.
But you guys are
Yeah.
such experts
Yes.
that I'm not even going to challenge your job.
I'm only halfway through this shift and this whole place is falling apart.
What the fuck am I even here for?
Yeah.
Honestly, you guys can break this better than I ever could.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happened to me like when I was like really early on working for my EMS service. Like there was a computer that somehow managed to get a virus on it. That was my computer. Of course, it was my computer. This was like week 2 of my FTO. Like I was not even like I'd worked on an ambulance before, but like I was new at this department, and there was like a virus on it that was like potentially, and they made it seem so light. Like the guy I called, he was like, "All right, yeah, just is it closed?" I was like, "Yeah, it's in sleep mode right now." He's like, "Cool, just keep it that way." I was like, "Don't open it up again. The virus, I don't know what it is. There's a virus on it, and it's trying, I think, to potentially threaten the entire city parish computer system. So we're just gonna not touch that." And I was like, "How did I do that?" And my partner was like dying laughing. He was like, "Man, I've been doing this for like 30 years trying to think of how to break things like you did, and on your first day you broke things, you not even on a small scale, didn't break an ambulance, didn't break a laptop, you're trying to shut down the entire internet system." I like this kid. I was like, "Oh god."
Didn't realize I was hiring a fucking hacker, man.
Right? Yeah. And I was like, "I don't even know what I did." And he was like, "What kind of illicit websites are you visiting?" And I was like, "None of them, but well, I got a virus on them." Right, yeah. So
You were almost in.
well,
Yeah,
I mean,
not quite.
sure.
Oh, no, I think he was in. I think the virus was almost in.
Oh,
I see.
almost beat you to it.
Yeah.
I was like, "Am I gonna shut down the entire internet for the entire city?"
That'd be awesome. Sick.
It'd be sick. And they're like,
Freaking metal, man.
stand up in court. Are you the one who broke it? What? I mean,
Hell yeah.
well, I mean, I can't say no, but also like, I don't know how the virus got on
Yeah.
there. I was just playing with my computer.
If you were to ask me, did you do it? I would say yeah. And if you were to say, could you replicate it? No.
I would say, hard pass.
No way, dude.
Honestly, I wish I could
Shit
say
was
yes.
once in
but
a
no.
lifetime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Like,
That was a freak accident. I'm sorry.
It's gonna be a milestone.
Yes.
I'm gonna tell that story to my fucking kids.
right.
Yeah.
Can you replicate it? I mean, no. Like, I wish I could though. Like,
That'd be
Yeah.
great.
right?
So
Wish I was a hacker, man.
So this week, Dylan kind of threw a curveball at us. I was prepared to
did I?
watch.
Yeah, can we just say right now that was not a Western movie? What?
Yeah,
What the hell was that,
fucking-
man?
We were told we were going to
At
watch.
this point, I think that Dylan is just like, "Hey, you want to watch this?" And I just don't even answer anymore because he's like, "Hey, man, do you want to watch Fight Club?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And he's like, "We're gonna go for we're gonna go for something else." "Hey, man, do you want to watch a Western movie?" "Yeah, sure, Dylan." Boom, definitely not a Western movie. This was
Yeah.
Princess Mononoke.
Yeah.
I was like,
It was,
"Wait, what?"
Yeah.
The word West appeared in it. Didn't you see?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
maybe on a smattering of times. That counts. That's what this
Of
is.
course.
Yeah. He went west eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah. He also also made the demon god corrupt the forest. But we'll get to that later. I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah. You're getting ahead of yourself.
I mean, storm.
Was that before or after the head was cut off?
I mean,
Not only
I
cut
don't-
off, it's shot off.
I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, who's counting?
For real. Wow.
I was.
Oh,
There.
nice. I was actually kind of sad that I didn't start a timer to see how long it took him to draw his sword. I want to rewatch the movie because that's my first thing I remember for the movie. The dude like didn't draw his sword until like maybe this was a long movie. It's like what felt like an hour into the movie. I was like, fun fact, guys, this dude's never drawn his sword. I thought he did at the
And the
beginning,
next-
but no, that was some girl in the village. And then like in the next
scene.
3 or 4 scenes, he's like, haha, draws the sword, doesn't use it though. He just draws it, and I'm like, well, at least he took it out of the sheath.
Yeah.
Like, shiny boy, and then puts it back.
Yeah.
But I mean, dude, freaking beast with a bow. But like,
yes.
why do you have the sword if you're just not going to use that bad boy? To be
Yeah,
fair, I
it's
don't
for
think
decoration.
he really ever used it. Like honestly, like he barely ever used it.
He brought it out for self-defense, and then he threw it
Yeah.
I mean, it was pretty badass though
Yeah.
when he threw it.
Yeah.
like a freaking discus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my.
This was my first. Not tonight, obviously. This was my first Studio Ghibli movie. Is it? I know I always say this wrong. Is it Ghibli?
I say Ghibli.
Ghibli.
I think
okay.
you could pronounce it either way. It doesn't really matter to me.
I always feel bad because I know it's like
much like
You know.
GIF. I refuse to call it Ghibli, so
Yeah.
that's the way it be.
Anybody who honestly gives a fuck about how it's pronounced and
Based on
will
the
get onto you about it
most
is
of,
a fucking loser.
but also like you have to remember the GIF and GIF people exist. You have
I
to
know.
remember this.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
anyways.
Now
Studio
that goes without
Ghibli.
saying, of course, correct pronunciation for obvious things
Yes.
are
It's
is expected.
important.
But
Yeah.
Is GIF? I think that's what he's getting at. So let's.
no one's gonna walk around saying fucking jalapeno
Yeah.
or quesadilla.
No, it's Quest.
Do you know how
Quesadilla?
many people I've heard
Oh
pronounce
yeah,
those words
dude.
that way?
Oh
Yeah.
gosh.
right. I hear so many. You know how I said whenever I was feeling bad, I was like, I think I got a temperature. That's because people don't know how to say the word fever.
I think
No one
I got a temperature.
No one says I have a fever. They say I got, and when they say a temperature, and they say it like it's TMPUR
Temperature.
Yeah, I got a temperature, and I'm like, dude, I'd be surprised if you didn't.
I
know?
work with a handful of people. I have never heard people say this before ever until this current store I'm working at. They say they don't say I have a fever or I feel like I'm catching a fever. They just say I have fever.
Yeah, that sounds
And,
right.
and
I've had a few people.
it sounds vague and it sounds like you have the plague. You know what I'm saying?
That sounds about
Yeah.
right. People
I
just
have
don't know what they're
plague.
talking about. Just being like, got them fevers.
I got fever.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even a symptom at that point. They just treat it like that's the name of the
Yeah,
disease.
no,
Yeah, yeah.
exactly. It's
Yeah.
not a.
I've got cold. I've got pneumonia.
I've got fever.
I've got leprosy.
Got fever? Question mark. It's a picture of the thermometers of a milk bottle.
Just take it right out.
I'm gonna start putting missing
It'll be
kids on the
trapped
back
in the
of my
device.
thermometers.
Oh, man. You can tell that we haven't had a sit down talk in a long time because we're getting derailed so easily.
Anyway,
And
back to the topic, Princess Mononoke.
Yeah, back to the princess. I believe what was it? Mononoke. All right.
But anyways, as I was saying, this was my first Studio Ghibli movie that Dylan showed me a few months back, if not
Boy, howdy.
almost a year.
That
year
was
ago, I
about a
think.
year or two ago.
I think so.
Yeah.
He's kind of like sprinkled across all the big favorites of
yes,
Ghibli
big
movies
favorites.
throughout this past year, and I've watched.
I call
and-
it trickle down cinematics.
Yeah. Wow.
He just made
We're
that
gonna
up on the
coin
spot.
that term.
By the way, he does not call it that. He just made that up on the spot.
I don't want any comparisons made between me and Ronald Reagan, please.
Yeah. Oh gosh. So he's kind of showed me a handful of them, and I've loved basically all of them. But there's none of them have hit quite the same way that Princess Mononoke does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Even
let's
though-
describe it in 3 words. Dylan.
Wolf go woof.
Mine was going to be Forest Fights Back. So, no, Forest
Nature is mad.
Now, Dylan, one more.
Rage Against the Machine.
One more.
Rage.
Mine was going to be a woo.
That's not a word.
It's
It's a sound.
No, it's
You-
an
hey,
it's
you
an
used-
onomatopoeia, so it counts.
you said wolves go woo.
I said wolf go woof.
I mean,
Onomatopoeia as well still counts. A woo is my one word. A woo. So, like, what was everybody's favorite character, guys?
Oh, I like the wolf.
The wolf, Big
Yeah.
Wolf.
Yeah, Big Mama Wolf, Moro.
I don't know. I liked the smirking dear God. I thought it was. I kept making jokes because like his face looks like he would talk in a really high pitched voice. So every time the dear God would look over with that smirk on his face, I'd be like, "Hey guys, how's it going?
I can only think
Just gonna sip on this water."
I can only think of a Bob Ross voice.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, the calmest thing
Like, well,
until
looks like your life was a happy little accident.
yeah,
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
The problem is,
Well,
Bob
look at you.
Bob Ross
Look
until
at what you got yourself into in this situation.
right. Bob
drag
Ross
you into this
until it
pond.
turns into the primordial death ooze incarnate. Yeah,
The entire
that's
forest
not
was
Bob
just his painting.
Oh shucks! Look
Yeah.
at what I did to
Yeah,
this forest.
the entire forest was a happy little accident.
Yeah,
And he did a cloudectomy on the whole damn thing.
Oh my god.
Just got,
Jeez.
Yes,
got rid of the whole thing. Bob Ross.
man.
Topical.
That's great. I love
Oh,
that.
man.
But yeah, it was. It just.
I don't know who my favorite character was. I don't really.
I'm a big favorite, just main character boy. He's.
I mean, he was
Ashitaka.
cool, but I
Solid.
try to not pick the main character. So he was cool, and I did also like Princess Mononoke. She was cool too,
Yeah.
but I don't know. That chick in the village was kind of neat.
I
guess.
always forget about the guy, who's kind of like a secondary / tertiary villain, I guess. The guy, there's like a band of guys that all wear red and white.
Oh, you talking about the fat dude with those long feet shoes?
Yes.
Feet shoes?
Yes, the fat small one.
I
I didn't like him. I saw the first time I saw him, I was like, "Oh, this bitch, he's gonna be over the rest of the movie, isn't he?"
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer with his freaking stilts.
Yeah.
He's got the freaking stilt shoes on it. And
I
I'm like,
literally, as soon as this is one of the few things I called in this movie. As soon as I saw him, I was like, I'm gonna hate him by the end of this. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I was like, they're chalk up to be a pleasant character. By the end of the movie, he's gonna be a bad boy, and I'm gonna hate him. I'm never gonna
Yeah.
get rid of him either.
It's
And
just a latent
he was.
smarminess about him.
yeah, and I was like, oh, bitch, I didn't like him.
yeah, I don't like him.
I don't like
You
him.
reek
but-
of possible bitch.
Yeah. And then in the future, I was like, ha, bitch.
Smell it.
So,
Behold, a bitch.
but off the bat, like I've seen the animation for Ghibli before, but this is my first like movie that I've actually watched through. So I really like the animation for it. The problem is like, I can't do subtitles. It was so hard to pay attention to this whole movie. It was so hard to pay attention.
Every other Ghibli dub is like very good.
Mm-hmm.
The only exception being this one, because I can't.
Really?
It's. I won't say it's bad.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it's bad, but I just can't.
Just not your
I can't
favorite,
Listen
though.
to it.
Yeah, I mean, this is coming from the guy who like. I don't watch anime at all, but the one anime that I am watching is G Gundam, and I constantly, like chronically, am making fun of the dialogue. Here I go.
It's just not. It's not as funny if
Yeah,
you watch
I
it with
know.
subs. It's
I
the
know.
best way to watch that show.
Yeah, but I'm like, that's cool, but also like, I can make fun of it, but I probably couldn't watch it with subs. I just
Yeah.
probably couldn't. And with this, I'm like, I feel the same way. Even though like it was good and I loved it,
Mhm.
off the bat, I was like, this is gonna be subtitles, isn't it? And as soon as it started, I was like, I'm gonna be so distracted.
I was
This
really
is gonna be
worried.
rough. I was like, I'm gonna be so distracted this whole time.
Yeah.
So, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was
I'm glad you were able
Good.
to keep your attention span intact
good.
for
I
this
mean, yeah, I
one.
tried.
Thank you.
But I thought it was really good though. I didn't like have anything. I mean, other than like, God, it felt like such a long movie,
Oh yeah.
which was
Yeah.
good. Like, literally, we're like maybe 3/4 of the way through, and I was like, damn, we got freaking Lord of the Rings over here. I'm just still.
Yeah.
We were getting close to the end, and I was like, all right, I've been holding this for a while because I keep thinking we're close to the end, and then we're not as
Mhm.
close as I think. I have to have a bathroom break. I was like, we're
Yeah.
like 10 minutes left of the movie, but I'm like, I gotta just stop. Like,
There is as I was saying before, after you've watched some other Ghibli movies, and I'm not saying this to like spoil any of the other ones, but you'll realize this very soon that they just have a different vibe about them. And I
Mhm.
don't mean to use that in the, you know,
I mean,
like
I've
very goofy
played
way.
Ni no Kuni, and that's totally a different vibe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
I know Ni no Kuni is
but-
the only universe that's like modern for Ghibli, but still, like whenever I look at
But even
that is
things for
pretty neat.
Ghibli,
even like the
like,
Ghibli movies
they
have
all
that
seem
same sort
more
of vibe.
wholesome. Yeah, exactly. They all seem
Yeah.
more wholesome, and I feel like this one was more harsh.
Yes,
Yes. Dark.
they again it has the same art style, fits in the same could fit in the same universe.
But now
Beautiful. but now gore.
With viscera.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, can we have more of that in things? Like, I'm just saying, I've mentioned this before. I've never even watched all of the Avatar: The Last Airbender, but I'm just saying, if we had a little bit of blood and gore in there, it'd be the best series ever. Boom. You put an M rate on Avatar: The Last Airbender,
Yeah.
instantly
Boom.
better.
I want
Best
to
show
see
ever.
bones sticking out arms and legs.
No, it's just like, okay, cool. Oh, look at that. Aang knocked him over, lol. I just want to see Aang just eviscerate people with his wind powers once.
yeah.
And it'd be like,
air cutter.
it's time to move on. And Appa just rips someone in half. Like, got it. Like, dude, you can't tell me the show would not be better if it had Game of Thrones style gore in it.
I mean, I don't know if it's better, but definitely different.
Silence.
Would be pretty.
Got it.
No,
Okay.
it would be better. I'm just saying.
Okay. But yeah, even from the get-go, I remember knowing and hearing about Studio Ghibli movies,
Mm-hmm.
and then like knowing that they're like, I was always told like they're the Disney of Japan kind of
Right.
vibe kind of thing was what I was going for.
It'd be a fucking treasure to find someone that hasn't heard of these movies.
Yeah. And so
I mean,
I always heard that they were kind of like wholesome or like always had like a good message or whatever. And my first interaction with Ghibli was Princess Mononoke, where
his
like
cursed arm boy
was-
shooting an arrow which rips people's arms
which
off.
which not only just like knocks a dude's head off, but like clean
Oh yeah.
knocks
yeah.
it off. I'm like, and I was like, what movie are we watching?
Decapitate.
Right?
Yeah.
The cool one. right?
Exactly. Of course, and it also didn't help.
What
like,
Avatar: The Last Airbender should have been.
not only like 10 minutes in the movie, we have this like freaking like worm monster that's apparently a boar question mark, but it's a demon, and you're like,
Hell yeah.
what am I watching?
No, not
Yeah.
demon. It's a demon god boar.
Of course.
And it gets
Excuse me.
executed with impunity so
Yeah.
quickly.
Oh yes.
Get what you
Swift.
deserve. Know your place,
Wouldn't
trash.
stop wilding.
Yeah.
So
Had to calm down.
I love how the Easterling lady, the what you call it, the sage, whatever you want to
Yeah,
call
the
her.
oracle.
Yeah, the oracle.
you
yeah.
want to know the truth? Well, yeah. I'm
You about to
I was-
fucking die.
No, she was like, "Yeah, are you ready?" I was ready. As soon as I let loose that arrow, I was ready to die. Cool. Well, this is gonna poison your bones, and you're gonna die. And he was like, his
He's
face,
like, frick.
his face was like, shit.
Like, fuck. No, I'm talking about the respect she had. She was like bowing to this like demon boar monster, and she's like, "We respect you." Like she's like, whenever like we're gonna do
do
rituals.
your rites, and we're gonna
Yeah.
give you a mount. And he's like, "Broad, I'm gonna kill all of you, vengeance."
some rabble.
Yeah,
You will know my anger.
Yeah, sure. I think that's what he said.
and then proceeds to rot in
Evaporate
seconds.
on the spot.
I'd be like,
Only
"Well, all right
bones.
then. Good talk, buddy."
Wow,
It's like, all right, cool.
Wow.
See you later.
There it is.
Yeah, but this movie like it's one of those. It like slowly builds.
It's a
Mhm.
coming of age tale.
It's good.
It's
Damn
a good one.
good.
I like I like it a lot. I like the story of this one a lot. I like the like time period of it and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
especially compared to all the other Ghibli movies that are very.
Oh yeah, I remember now. I have a favorite character, but I definitely have a least favorite character too. I forgot
Uh-huh.
her name though. Musket bitch. Why ain't she
Yeah,
dead?
but
She lost an arm, but why ain't she dead? Like I wanted her to die.
She had to learn her lesson.
Yeah.
Cost her an arm.
Everyone gets a second chance. No, kill
This
her.
was also like it was like like on a very sub level, like a story of how.
climate change. 'Cause,
Well,
I mean,
well,
that's
I don't wanna say-
definitely what vibes it's putting off.
Yeah,
I think
I wasn't
intentionally.
gonna say climate change, but I was gonna say like man versus the wild, kind of like
Respect nature.
the
Yeah,
capitalism of like your
The natural expansion of man.
yeah, and of course like the increasing need for more wood and iron and all that kind of stuff to make more and bigger
Gotta
things.
build.
Yeah,
Gotta keep on building.
exactly, and the forest demons, quote unquote, are like
Like,
a way
nah,
of-
fuck that.
yeah.
dude, I'm just saying we
Cut
would
it
have
out.
stopped expanding a long time ago if a demon god from the freaking forest came out and just started murking people left and right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for real.
Just saying, like, just icing bitches left and right. Like, dude, all right,
Like,
guess
all right,
what, guys?
geez,
I think
holy
we're gonna draw the line right about here, because the boar god, he did it for us. So we're
this
gonna
is
stop
now
here.
the forbidden
Yeah.
lands.
Exactly.
We're gonna give them their nature back, and they start throwing rocks at us. Like, okay, we'll go back a little bit more, just a little bit more. Like,
You know what we won't do?
How
Make
far should we
gunpowder.
go back? Just until the fucking rocks stop.
yeah, until they stop throwing things
No
at
more
us, I think
rocks.
that's a good time.
Yeah.
Whenever the
I-
demons stop showing up, I think
I
that's
like
what they did.
I like the idea
Mhm.
Wow, thanks. I appreciate that.
I
I
also
was
like
like,
No,
ideas.
I'm kidding.
I've got a few of my own, in fact.
I like to think.
I was talking about like I was trying to develop the thought as I was saying it. It didn't really work out very well.
Oh, man.
There's you know what I'm saying?
It sounds like the opposite of how your brain should work.
Wow, thanks.
Flat out.
I mean,
Thanks.
shit, dude.
Dead body detected.
What I was gonna say is homeboy. I can remember his name.
Ashton?
Ashtaka.
Whenever people have names I can't pronounce, I make up new names, and I called him Ashton.
So
Ash.
I mean, Ashton was cooler though.
so when
It had the T
when
in it.
Ash was gonna basically get kicked out of his home village and basically had to like travel west because again that was his new mission was to
Can't stay there anymore. He's going to die.
yeah he's gonna die. He
The
can't stay
law
there anymore.
forbids that they
But
watch
he
him
also
leave.
he has his curse on his arm.
curse tattoo is pretty badass though. I'm gonna get that tattooed on me, and then it starts spreading, and I freaking panic.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, fuck.
And then when you get real mad, it just goes like.
Oh yeah, no. Honestly, if I get
Take
superhuman
someone's head off.
strength and could shoot an arrow with the force to rip someone's hand off, I'll be like, worth it. You know,
Yeah,
I'll
I think it's all right.
I'll make this work somehow.
I'll make do.
yeah,
But anyways, his character it establishes where he's from, how he's like a prince of this area. He's higher up. He's revered,
handsome,
I guess.
apparently.
Yeah, he's a
The
handsome.
youth that is soon to lead the tribe.
He's a handsome young man. But like they establish him like just enough to where you're like, okay, so this is his home where he's at or whatever, and then they're like, you're cursed, you have to leave, and we
Like,
can't.
see ya.
We
Sorry.
can't say goodbye. That's just the way the rules are. And you're like, man, that sucks.
And then his girl. First off, I just need to say, I thought it was so funny at the beginning. His girlfriend rolls up and is like, "Remember me?" And I'm like,
That was
You know,
actually his
base-
sister.
"Oh, okay." It looked okay. That makes a lot more sense then, because I was like, this girl comes up with him and is like, "Remember me?" And I'm like, I feel so bad because he's just gonna find some. Apparently, the name of the movie is Princess Mononoke. He's gonna find some
you're
other
not
girl,
that.
and you are not that girl. It was his sister. That cleans things up a lot, and I like it. But for a second, I was like, this poor girl. He's like, don't worry, I'll remember you forever. Wait, this wolf girl's pretty hot though. Like, I'm like, damn,
No,
just cold.
Jeez.
But what I was saying
Where's
was,
the loyalty?
Right.
is that like they don't, he is forbidden from going back there.
Mhm.
And he stays true to that. And he doesn't bring it up during the movie. He doesn't linger on it.
He just gives like a vague hint
Yeah, it
if
sucks.
someone asks.
And then
Right.
his new goal is getting a cure for his curse, and also like at some point trying to help out Princess Mononoke
And the forest.
in the forest.
Gotta
Without
help
a
the trees. Smokey needs my help.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All the shadow.
I thought
gremlins
this
need
was
your
a,
help.
I thought this was a movie that, like, especially considering it at a certain point,
The shadow Smokies.
I kind of gave up for just a little while. Kind of gave up on reading the subtitles because, again, I was having a hard time focusing at this point. So I was like, I'm just gonna watch it, and I honestly think this movie would be like, you know how in like Shadow of the Colossus, like you hear the other guys talk, but you never really talk.
Right.
I think this would be a really good movie if it just had that. Like, I'll be honest, I've never thought of a movie that like didn't have dialogue and thought it would work, but I feel like there are many things they could have established that like it would have been more mysterious, but they could have established a lot of things without any words, which I think is a really good design for the movie.
In that case, you'd probably like The Red Turtle, which is another Ghibli movie.
Yeah. I thought it was really cool. I was like, even without, like, if this was on, like, mute, or not really on mute, because, like, all the surroundings really make it.
Oh, the
But
music
if there was
too.
not people
yes.
talking, like, there was no communication, I felt like you could have, like, still made this really good. Like,
yeah.
you could have gotten your point across really well, like,
Mhm.
even still. So
You got your first taste also of the landscapes.
No, this is
just
my
these-
first taste. Again, I played Ni no Kuni, which is made by Ghibli,
Yeah.
and the landscapes in
Yeah, that
are
might as well
amazing.
be
Okay.
a nice first exposure to the style.
Yeah,
Gosh,
like Ni no
it's so
Kuni was
cool.
amazing,
Mhm.
and
The-
it has
the-
really good art style and everything. That's what got me into the. I'd never even heard of Studio Ghibli before. Ni no Kuni, like I'd never heard of them. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Damn.
The music for this one, the main theme,
Oh, yes. The
Uh,
legend.
it just hits a little different.
Joe Hisashi,
Yeah.
the composer for most of the soundtracks in almost every film, is a fucking genius.
Man,
masterpiece.
Works of art, all of them.
of course, obviously the music fits the movie throughout the whole thing,
Mhm.
but that main theme is the one that like just hits me in my soul somewhere.
It hurts.
Yeah, it's really good, and I have really enjoyed that. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about for this?
Big pig.
I mean, yeah,
Big pig.
Look out, guys.
Two big pigs.
Keep on fighting nature, and then suddenly we get one angry pig demon god.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like a good thing to me, you know? Like, I feel like...
I have a feeling that we're have a long time coming. Godzilla's going to be coming real quick.
Oh, jeez.
Getting pissed off.
They're,
Nature is going to fight back.
Yeah.
Yep, I feel like it's happening. Don't worry, though. Don't worry, we'll be fine. We watched a Ghibli movie, so we know how to, find the
We're
Hot-
safe.
Yeah.
hot wolf grill and join the animal team, but also be a human team.
Animal team.
Dude needs to pick a side, honestly.
He's the mediator, you know?
Who, man?
Ew,
What?
me.
Animal.
Everything has to end happy. I'm just saying, I wanted that freaking rifleman bitch to die. Okay,
Yeah.
I wanted
She
her to
came
die.
real fucking close.
And of course, dog got the revenge and ripped her arm off. I'm
Severed
just saying,
wolf head fucking tears her arm off.
yeah, severed wolf head is talked about in like just a couple scenes ago. I want to crush her head in my jaws. You aim for the arm though, buddy. I really think you could have aimed for the head.
Close enough.
This
Hey.
movie could have gone just fine if it was just for a couple, like 2 or 3 frames. Just boom, just her head exploded, and then just okay, moving on. Would have gone just fine. Just saying.
Yeah.
Disappointed. 4 out of 10. No.
Wow.
But yeah, that was a
Yeah.
really good movie, and I'm excited for other.
Like I said,
Ghibli
they take
movies.
other Ghibli movies have the same aesthetic, the same feel, the same like heartwarming story that really teaches you something about yourself and about the world around you. But less harsh than this one.
It teaches you not to be a shit.
Yeah, you're right.
By having an arrow rip someone's arms off. I'm just
Yep.
saying. I like
Yeah.
It's pretty metal. I
Don't
like
be
the
like
message.
that guy. He has no arms.
Yeah.
He's probably
Don't be
dead
like
now
that
too.
guy.
Right.
He sucks.
He's probably dead now too.
Guy
guys.
with no arms.
No,
Who's gonna listen to him?
because he attacked the good guy. You know?
Who's gonna listen to him, huh? No arms means liar, all right?
Yeah.
All your truth is held in your arms. You didn't know that?
Didn't lose those arms for no reason.
You lost those arms because you were a lying bitch. That's why. All right, so what are we watching next?
Yeah, what you want to watch next?
Not a movie that has a guy with no arms in it.
So
So does that rule out or rule in Fight Club? That's still literally number 1 on my list.
No, they have arms. They're fine.
Oh, okay, cool.
so
They're trustworthy.
and what we talked about a little while ago, whenever Ethan was saying that, Dylan was saying you guys want to watch a Western. He's been talking about the past like 2 or 3 days now, watching True Grit.
Oh, yes.
I wasn't informed of this. The only intro I had was like, "You want to watch a Western?" Sure, yeah. And then Ghibli comes up. I'm like, dude.
Yeah.
Next time you ask me a movie, I'm just gonna be like, no.
No, surprise me.
You know what? Pick something else because you're going to anyway.
Now I was told by somebody, is the one that we're gonna watch the new one or the old one?
The original.
The original, okay.
It's John Wayne.
'Cause I didn't know there was a distinguished like I know there's a difference.
They did have a little remake. They had a few years back.
Fight Club 2. I thought
And
the first rule
I
of
don't
Fight Club
think
is that you
it was
don't
too
talk
bad.
about it. You know, you can't have a
Fight
2.
Club again.
Fight Club.
Second.
Fight Club. Clubber.
Clubber.
Fighter Club.
Yeah, that's
Street Fighter.
But the ER is in italic. It's
Dude.
Fighter Club.
Yeah.
You should totally watch the Street Fighter movie.
Oh gosh.
It's so
Never
bad.
heard of
Is it
it.
the one from the
It's-
80s?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's so bad. It's going to be so funny.
Oh man. Wow. And there's so many video game movies that I'd heard that don't.
I need to watch the Witcher TV show. Apparently, that's really good.
Yeah,
Dude,
so
I heard that
I've
is amazing.
Yeah, and having played only a little bit of Witcher 3, I'd be down to watch a show of it.
Yeah.
I would be. But
Well,
got back into playing that too. It's been pretty cool.
Nice.
It's a good game.
I have been wanting to rewatch all the Star Wars movies for so long, and now that I have Disney Plus and it is all at my disposal,
It's possible.
I have been really considering watching like the occasional one here and there because
And you got to tell me,
at
because
the-
I haven't seen any of those movies in years.
gosh, dude, I want to watch. Like I said, I have a special place in my heart for the prequels because again, I was raised on VHS tapes of the original trilogy,
Right.
and I was in the theaters when the prequels came out.
Mhm.
What
So
do you pronounce it? GIF as well? My gosh.
Anyways, so it's I enjoy all the Star Wars movies.
Don't tell me you're one of those tequila boys.
Swear to God, if you say Quesadilla.
One more freaking time. only ones I'm not a big fan of were the sequels. We've had a discussion on this podcast about it particularly.
That's a can of worms.
I've been rewriting.
Volatile subject.
Wait, what? Isn't that literally the opposite opinion to everyone else in this universe?
What you mean?
The
newest
sorry,
ones,
we're talking about the
sequels,
new trilogy.
Yeah, and it's the new cool, yeah, because the sequels I thought of 4, 5, and 6, and I was like, what hell hath you wrought? You just said that here. We're gonna get emails. We're gonna get death threats. What are you doing?
No, the original trilogy.
No, yeah, the last 3. That's because they were trash. Sorry, we're on the same page now. They were all unpopular opinion for me. 7 was also trash. Didn't like 7, 8, or 9. I think I hated them all.
Yeah.
We can go.
Anyways,
we can go.
At the end of October, The Mandalorian comes out. The season 2 of
Mandalorian 2 comes.
Season 2.
and so of course I have to watch all of that.
Mhm.
Pretty jazzed.
So
Honestly.
And again, I've been playing Star Wars video games and just kind of Star Wars is my jam. It always has been, probably always will be. It's something I was raised off of, and it's been my niche.
How is it that one fucking show is better than all 3 of those goddamn
Oh
movies?
my dude!
And some of the other ones too. It's better than most things Star Wars, honestly.
Direction.
That has to be it. I can't imagine any other reason.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
there's that one dude who knows what he's talking about and gave a shit. Yeah, that guy, he was in charge.
Dave
He's the
Filoni,
one
yeah.
you want.
Yeah, and ever since then, boom, look at that. We have a good series.
How
Imagine
about that shit?
Literally, if we just didn't, like 7, 8, 9, erased from history. Mandalorian came out, that'd be fine. I wouldn't even want a 7, 8, or 9. I'd be like,
Yeah.
okay.
Man,
I don't want to know what happens to the Skywalker. Like, honestly, that story, it ended there.
Just concluded.
7, 8, and 9 could have, there could be more to it. Guess what? Don't care. Mandalorian's good.
Yep.
Mandalorian's good.
Mandalorian's good.
Yeah.
Like, I don't
That's what we
need don't need any more, honestly.
It's a lot to unpack, and I love all of it.
Yeah, love it.
I was talking with Mallory, and she wants to watch all the Harry Potter movies.
There's only one that I haven't seen. Those are ones that we can't Back to the Future this. We have to watch one and do a review of each one.
Yeah.
Because
Now-
there's too much to unpack. There's
Now-
like 9 of those things.
You'd be going through the motherfucker's whole life story.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we're doing. Anyway.
how many have I watched? I watched like the first 3 with you guys, right?
I believe so, yes.
No
Yeah.
idea. I think I only watched like the first 3 or 4, and then I watched the rest of them on like a Hallmark Channel binge of them all.
Yeah.
But one of them was left out of the binge, so I think the one I haven't watched is The Order of the Phoenix,
Yeah.
Okay.
which I've heard is some people's like favorite.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, and I'm like,
I like
that's
it.
the one I haven't seen.
Also, another task that Mallory wants to do, and she was trying to get me to do it as well, and I'm kind of down for it, so we may give it a whirl. Is she wants to watch all the Marvel movies, all like the Avenger movies.
Oh,
Oh yeah, no, just get
Yeah,
what's it called? The Avengers box
She has-
set that has all of them. or
We
whatever
can't,
it's called.
but we also have Disney Plus, and so they're all on.
I mean,
there.
yeah, but I'll sit
And so
down.
she has.
okay.
She has the whole like list. There's
Oh
like
yeah,
a
the
bu-
Infinity Saga. That's
Yeah,
what it's
that's
called,
what-
and it has all the movies in it. Yeah,
That's it. Well, and so we were like looking
I
at.
haven't watched pretty much like any of the early ones that I can remember. Like
The Iron Man movies are my
Oh,
favorite.
all I
man,
remember is
same.
that I
1 and
watched.
2, I think, are
yeah.
what
So
I like the
good.
most.
I watched Infinity War whenever I was in a foreign country, and I remember walking into that concert and hearing the ads in Nepali and being like, "Oh wait a second, am I gonna sit through the entirety of the brand new Avengers movie and I'm not gonna know what they're saying?" I was like, "Oh shit!"
Oh, no.
And then me and my friends were all looking at each other like, "No, oh god, no!" And then it was in English and we were good, but they also the movie, all of the audio just cut out for when they said like a certain swear word, and also whenever at one point someone flipped somebody off in Infinity War, dude blurred out his whole hand. I was like, "What?"
Jeez.
So I kind of need to watch it again to see what else they cut out.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's another one that we want to kind of do a rundown on. Probably.
When's Marvel?
Yeah. So, the first couple of Captain America movies were really legit. I don't know. There's a whole lot of good movies out there.
Yeah.
So, anyways, thank you
Watch
guys for tuning in. Really appreciate it. If you want to look at our links, we have a link tree, and it has all of our social media links, and of course where you can find us on all the podcast platforms. It's in the description and all that nonsense.
You won't find me.
You can Google or on Spotify, Apple Podcast. Just type in the Aftermath podcast or the Aftermath. You'll be able to find us. So,
Woo!
until next time,
Freaking neato.
Yeah.
bye bye.